Rocky Long and San Diego State are fresh off a program best 11-win season and first ever outright Mountain West championship win. The Aztecs returned 14 starters, including the league's offensive, defensive, and special teams players of the year from 2015. Here's what you need to know as we count down to kickoff for the San Diego State Aztecs. Star running back Donnell Pumphrey considered foregoing his senior year for the NFL, but with a number of Aztec great Marshall Faulk's career records within reach, he's back for his final season. In 40 career games, Pumphrey's rushed for 4,272 yards, just 318 yards shy of Faulk's career rushing record. Pumphrey, who's one of just 4 players in the nation last season to lead his team in both rushing and receiving yards, is also on track to eclipse Faulk's records for rushing touchdowns, total touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Marshall Faulk, a Hall of Famer, and just my name, it's crazy. I would never have thought that, if I was, when I was 8 years old, never would have thought my name would be by Marshall Faulk at all. It's just a humbling experience, honestly, and I can't wait to strap on the helmets. And it's out there. It's out to further reach. It's crazy.
He's one of those guys that does it all. I mean, he's got the talent. He sees a hole, he can get in the hole, he can run over somebody, he can make somebody miss. He catches the ball really well out of the backfield. We put him in the slot and he runs wide receiver routes and catches the ball. He's a very talented guy. You know, when he goes, we go. So he'll get the ball as much as he can handle it.
SDSU will continue a run-first approach, but sophomore quarterback Christian Chapman may give the Aztecs the ability to open up the pass game a bit. Chapman, who made his first career start in the Mountain West Championship game, helped secure the win with the second highest pass efficiency of an SDSU quarterback in a debut, and his 203 yards through the air were the most thrown by an SDSU quarterback all season.
Well, last year when he was called upon because of an injury, he played better than we probably expected him to play. Now he's in a completely different role. Now he's the starting quarterback, which puts probably more pressure, outside pressure on him than just coming off the bench. So he has to mature quickly. But the best part about it is if he can play like he did last year and continue to improve, we have a starting quarterback for 3 years.
Rocky Long, the only head coach in Division I college football who also acts as a defensive coordinator, gets back 6 starters from a stout defense that ranked 5th in the nation in total defense and topped the country in turnover margin. Senior DeMonte KZ was a big reason for the Aztecs' success. He reeled in 8 interceptions in 2015, which tied for the second most in the FBS and the most in league history, all while adding 75 tackles, a team-high 58 solo stops, and 2 forced fumbles.
He's a great athlete. Like the plays he makes at corner, I think are unreal. Just the fact that he can cover all those passes, but also be such a impact player on the run as well. I feel totally confident with him over there. I love having him out there with us. He's a great vocal leader, leads by example, and he gets our defense going by motivating us.
San Diego State opens the season at home on September 3rd against New Hampshire and begins the conference season with UNLV on October 8th. But a visit week 2 from Cal could pose a challenge. Last season, the Aztecs struggled in their non-conference slate, which included a 35-7 loss to the Golden Bears.
Just knowing that we got off to a slow start and it kind of hurt us in the beginning of the season, just kind of gets a fire going with us, just in the sense that we want a faster start. We want to go out there and play better earlier in the season. But I mean, looking at Cal and South Alabama, losing to them and get another crack at them this year, we're definitely excited.
Our #1 goal is to win the Mountain West Conference Championship. And the only way to do that is to win league games. So those are more important to us, but we also have maybe higher expectations than that out of ourselves, and that means you have to play well right from the beginning. So the early part of the season will tell what kind of team we're going to be.
Well, this really does figure to be a great year for San Diego State football, and that's maybe a blessing and a curse. I would say that the Aztecs should have a great season. They've come off 10 straight wins to finish up last year. But a lot of folks around here in San Diego are basically expecting them to go undefeated or else. And that can be awfully tough. I mean, it's not easy to win every single game. And there's some great competition that they'll be facing in the conference this year. So I think it'll be a great year. I just hope the fans appreciate it, even if this team loses a couple of games.
Thanks, Chris. San Diego State kicks off its 2016 campaign at home on Saturday, September 3rd against New Hampshire. From the Mountain West Network studio, I'm Stormy Buonantony.